right. You know?
And I just hit the bus.
Oh, that was cute.
Espresso with his triple shot. I'll sweeten it. Y'all getting slept on cause you sleeping in. On God. Aside from me, I don't believe in shit.
I'm good. You know, it's your brother, educator, the scientist, Mr. Doublemusclelinebulls. I'm here with everybody. I'll let them, I guess, introduce themselves. But I don't even know where we at.
Network in the building. You know, we're still not playing no games. I know y'all can't see me, but you can hear me. We got Guapo, got Frenchies in here. We got Pops in. Come on.
This is the man, the myth, the legend. I'm nobody.
You can't see the curls. Your favorite Latino curls.
Yeah, for real.
You can say pass it on peace. You got a whole thing to say, man.
Y'all missing the curls today. He's hiding them, but you know, y'all already know what it is. It's your girl Pushing P here to enjoy this beautiful dinner with his family as well. Paul Martin's American Grill, Rancho Cucamonga. Y'all know what it is.
Yes. Dad, let him know about the podcast. Come on.
Oh, tell him about the podcast.
We're really gonna go there? Yeah, well, Window Talk is out here in LA, taking a look at what's going on, and I'm kind of liking what I'm seeing right now at this point in time. You know what I mean? So.
Hey, we can't forget, little bro is in the corner too. I know y'all can't see him, but he's in there.
Yeah. Guapo, give it up. Let him know what
Guapo, man, the legend.
Yes, sir. It's Guapo here. Guapo's Frenchies, man. Here with the Exotic Network, man. And, we're doing some big things. We got some big things on the way. You feel me? Got my man with Doublemusclelinebulls, the educator, and we welcome them to California.
Thank you, man.
Yes, sir. As y'all can see, the drinks is on the way. Y'all don't even need to know my name. I'm not important today. You know what I mean? We got Pushing P doing part 2 of the Double Muscle Line interview. We got this course that's coming up. Last time a course was coming up and he pulled up. This time a course is coming up and he pulled up. The only difference is we've partnered this time and we brought the show to Cali. So instead of us being out there in NYC, we're out here in California doing our thing. Babe, how's it doing?
Amazing.
We'll
drive you home.
Time out. She's only getting one. She's She's only getting one. But
Stop
playing. Angel, go ahead and let them know about the course. Come on, let them know.
Yeah. I mean,
What is it they got to look forward to this time?
So what makes this course so special? What makes this course so special is we've added some new things and we're teaching some things that, to my knowledge, haven't been even taught in the United States, like commercially to breeders ever. So the first thing is you got educators coming from all over the world. You got me coming from New York. You got Patty coming from the UK, Ireland, Europe. Obviously you're gonna have people like George pulling up and stuff like that.
One of the biggest breeders in the game, man. My man George Soto, who's gonna be stepping in the building.
Yeah, I mean, the Michael Jordan of the bully game.
We got Mike TBC who's going to be in there. You guys want to see some real heavy hitter studs that are going to be in there, man. It's going to be a course that you guys don't want to miss.
And I mean, like I said, I can't stress this enough. Like, being able to teach all these things like AIs and whelping puppies, and the list goes on, that before there wasn't really a place that you could go to and get these things taught to you hands-on. That's the key, is like hands-on. But like I said, the biggest thing for me is that third day where I'm gonna be a student as well, and he's gonna be showing us how to free semen. To me, like I said, I've been breeding for over the past decade, and I have yet to meet any individual, any vet. George told you, same thing. Trying to find somebody that's willing to teach freezing is like a unicorn. So Patty want to come and teach you how to store frozen semen off your dogs that you can use. Like, there's no insurance in this dog game, but to be able to save semen off of key studs, to me, like, that's a must. And being able to do that yourself now, I mean, that's huge. I would be one. What he's charging for people to come learn this, I would have been willing to pay 3 times the amount. So this is going to be like the first ever in the United States.
And not only doing it for yourself, but being able to do it for others and being able to not spread the education, but spread this dog game. You know what I mean? And freezing semen is a big portion of that. And there's not a lot of it going on because not a lot of people throughout the world know how to do this.
Exactly.
It's going to be the very first class internationally that you can learn this from. My man had told you guys, man, this is skipping the line. This is being at Disneyland 12 o'clock on a motherfucking Saturday at the front of the on.
Yeah,
With the fast pass. Stop. I ain't even got no alcohol in me. Hold on. Easy. Take a listen.
This is his first drinking, guys. We're gonna have a problem about like.
Well, he was like, let me warn you guys now. Just let y'all know.
That sounds like a real game changer, though. Real game changer. Can you elaborate on that? Something like on we were talking about other animals like horses and stuff.
Oh
like
yeah,
that.
I mean you can freeze on all animals. Like they do this, especially with like rams and boars and stuff like that. So like you could do this. I mean, like I said, as a service. Like I know these banks, like they call them like canine sperm banks. They're making a killing off of every month or every year. Like they charge an annual fee. So you could have literally these tanks are so small you could keep them at your house and just charge an annual fee.
Wow. Ooh, I need that calamari.
Calamari.
Yeah, I need the calamari right here.
Spinach and artichoke.
I like that. I was like, oh.
That's spinach and artichoke.
Well, I'm sorry, what was that?
I'm juicing.
Oh, I'm good for it now. You know what? Actually, I'm sorry, I lied. Let me do the crispy calamari.
Okay, George with the calamari. Okay.
And then a artichoke dip as well.
Beautiful. So one dip and then the chicken calamari.
Yes. We're good with that.
Throw it over here. All good.
I'm not gonna lie too. I've been back and forth about if I want to teach TCI for the class.
Oh, you did tell me.
Yeah, I'm back and forth. I might teach TCI, so that's another bonus. Like, I mean, for this class,
y'all comment down there below, man. Y'all leave them questions and let us know if TCIs are something that you guys feel like need to be a must in the course.
To learn.
Yeah, like this is something I didn't even realize. Like I just learned recently myself. I always knew what a TCI was. I knew how to do it, but I never put the two together. That a surgical, because like certain breeders, they love surgicals. That's all they do. A TCI is actually you're putting the semen in the same spot that you would do a surgical without having to cut the dog open.
Nice.
In the same exact spot. So that's like kind of game changer.
Without having to put your dog to sleep
Exactly.
as well.
There's so much misinformation that's out there in the dog game. This is a way to clear a lot of that up and get the correct information on how to do things correctly that you guys may already be doing. And not that you're doing it incorrectly, there's just a better way.
Oh, and I was talking to Patty today. So Hoke Labs, their laboratory over in the UK, he just got accredited to be an instructor. Meaning all the students that come to the event will also get certifications from a lab in Europe because he's a certified instructor. So that's like,
that's big. That's
huge. That's huge. You will get a certificate from Europe saying that you are accredited in canine fertility.
Nice.
Like that's big.
Just even saying that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, me playing devil's advocate, it coming from Europe, how much weight does that hold over here in the United States?
I'll say like as far as like still the way the laws are in the United States, you still need a vet in order to kind of open up like a real reproductive clinic, but vets will respect you a lot more if you say that you have had training from Europe.
Right.
They say, oh shit, like this person knows what they're talking about, and they'll hold you to a different standard.
Right.
Because you do know what you're talking about.
Hey, that little piece of paper comes in handy, y'all. I'm gonna tell y'all like this. It's just like that that AA, that BA, that Masters. It's more than just hanging it on the wall.
Yeah. And
it's
actually,
giving certification that you actually know what you're talking about.
And the other thing too is, I mean, if you ever did go to Europe though, you would be licensed to open up your own clinic.
Oh, dope.
So what I'm working on right now is I got a vet that's on board. I'm trying to get the class veterinary certified. But it's a work in progress.
Yeah. I love it. I like it. I'm happy that we can be a part of it. Of course, Miss Pusha P is going to be there, helping out any way that she can, a part of the Exotic Network team. So you guys don't want to miss this course, man. We're going to sit here. We're going to continue talking. Y'all just going to pick up on what's going on. I'm going to let P kind of take it over and bust this man up since he all the way out here in New York. You feel me? P, man, get it. There you go. Y'all done already did part one.
I got a question for y'all. So now that y'all kind of see more of Breeders' Hacks now, like what is y'all thoughts of like what Breeders' Hacks does for like the community and like your thoughts on it?
Like I was just telling her, it's funny that we having this conversation because I was literally just telling her on the way here that it ain't nobody like you in the game. Like yeah, you can look up YouTube on how to do certain things, but it ain't nobody that's consistent dropping information to the dog game like you are, you know what I'm saying? And it's like you don't even know you might be saving dogs' lives out there by a person sitting there and watching your videos, and now they can handle a puppy differently or handle a pregnant dog differently. You know what I'm saying? Than they would have did it before.
For sure.
And then sometimes as breeders, we do things so often, but when we go amounts of time without doing it, it's so nice to be able to just click your YouTube and look at the video and be like, all right, but that's the step I was missing.
I watch my own videos sometimes.
But I don't think there's anybody in the community that I've met that's just, I've been on, I'm on live a lot. So, from the, the postnatals to the prenatals to everything that you give all the game is so much needed in this, because there's a lot of first-time breeders that just need that type of thing. There's so many people that don't want to give that type of game. So for you to just come and do that, and then not only do that, but offer these classes for people that really want to learn, because like we said, there's not a lot of people that are willing to give that game. So for you to do that is just amazing, and I think that a lot of people can, even if you choose not to do it, and you took the class, at least when you're giving your dog to someone, you can properly see that they're doing it wrong, and so you can switch vets or repros. So that's very important when handling, because these are still living creatures at the end of the day. So it's big ups and flowers to you. I'm excited that you brought it to California, next to New York. We're the most populated state as well.
For sure, for breeders. And the crazy thing is, just like New Jersey, we got breeders coming from all over the country. Like last class, we had people from, what was it, Barbados? One of those,
all over
Barbados. We had Texas. We had California. You know what I'm saying? We had New Jersey. I mean, like, it was people all over the world. So that told me, like, I was like, when I seen all those people from different places and different breeds, we had what do you breed? King Corsos and Frenchies and Blues and all that stuff. I was like, wow, like, this is bigger than I thought it was. Like, and I just, like, for me, I just was like, I'm gonna just put the videos up and see what happens, and it's like, to impact the world the way it is, it's pretty crazy to me, So it's cool.
Since the last time I talked to you, I remember we had spoken about your mentor. I did see that you went to go visit him after our last interview. How was that?
It was good. Like, for him, like I'll tell y'all, like, for him, it's just like remarkable that I'm doing all this stuff, because he never really thought I could, like, I'd be doing what I'm doing now. He always looked at it as like dog breeding for me would just be like a hobby or something like that. And I mean, he's just like astonished. And what I told him is, now the space that I'm in, like with Breeders Hacks, like, I've been starting to develop my own products and things like that. So, like, he has a lot of stuff that...
Can we get a little insight on one of them products? Can you let us know a little something?
One of the multiple products we have.
What part of the game is it too? Oh, is that top secret?
Nah, I mean, like, so long story short, I had a conversation with him, and, like, I don't say this for my own clout. I say this because I'm excited. He has a lot of knowledge and a lot of insight on certain products. So I told him, I was like, hey, listen, these are some things that you used as a breeder that were household products that we could convert into breeders' products. I was like, yo, help me develop these products, tell me what I need, and I'll make you a partner, so when you come out, you're a CEO, you own half of your own company. So, like, that's what's really dope, is like, when he comes out, my goal for him is to be part owner of some of these companies or some of these brands and products that we're releasing. So that's the goal, you know what I'm saying?
How hard is it to find manufacturing for the ideas and the products that you guys are coming up with?
I'm so creative, it's really not hard at all. Like,
at this point, they're reaching out to you as well, right?
Yeah, they reach out to me, you know what I'm saying? So, like, I mean, I'll give you a prime example is, like, I'm part of Rough Nose, for example. Rough Nose is the nose bomb and stuff like that.
Amazing. So if you're not using it, you need to use it.
So, like, I own part of that company, and it was something so simple as taking a simple recipe that dog breeders knew about forever, which was like coconut oils and different types of oils, avocado oils, putting it in one blend and just selling it as a product for breeders.
Where'd the name come from?
My partner came up with the name.
Rough Nose.
Like, yo,
They got some rough noses.
How about the artwork? Come on, you got to break it down, because there's so many other points that go into a product that people don't think about.
Like, all right, I'm giving super game right now. This is like super game right now. I don't even know if I should be saying this. My partner might get me up later.
Hold on, let me put the second mic next to him. Let me make sure
but
we
if
pick
they
up
made
on
it this long, it's worth it. So like, the game I'm giving,
he forgot about what he was going to say. He saw the food. He said, oh.
Don't worry about that rough nose.
And my nose ain't so rough no more.
I'll tell y'all real quick, like, for example, Rough Nose and all these other products, is I had my partner. He told me, he's like, yo, you doing good with Breeders Hacks. You're selling the products. You're making a killing, but you don't own none of them. Those companies own you. So if you can essentially take a lot of these products and make them better, then just like Nipsey and all these people talk about, like you own ownership. You know what I'm saying? So, and especially the amount of work and effort I put into finding and utilizing the best products out there, why can't I capitalize on that? Because what really spoke volume to me was a prime example was Rough Nose. When I put it out on Breeders Hacks, yeah, we sold a killing of it. But it also opened up my mind to the certain breeders that went straight to Amazon and didn't want to shop through Breeders Hacks. And that was like a tremendous amount of people. So now even the people that don't like me or don't rock with Breeders Hacks or whatever the case it may be, or even people that I thought were like my friends that own stores and things like that, was going to the company, hitting them up, how do we sell wholesale instead of coming to me?
I think honestly, if you have to dislike you're an interesting person. Because you're one of the friendliest people, giving so much, and then we can tell at the end of the day you're family, because we always see your wife and your child, and that's beautiful because all of us have families. We all go through things, so it's a nice thing to be able to see those things. But with your products being out, I see continuously that you have different things. I know recently you spoke regarding the prenatals. You said you were coming out with something even newer than what I last spoke to you when you had.
Exactly, so coming out with a better prenatal, I know for a recipe that we're trying to fight to get out there. So it's all for me, it's like at the end of the day, whatever company it may be, like if you're gonna sit down and come to the table and Breeders Hacks is gonna promote it, I have such a movement that I didn't even realize I have, that it's like I need to have a piece of that. Like it can't just be I'm selling it for you.
Everyone, even I don't realize sometimes we don't realize the power that we have, or that we can do so many things. Every time I talk about your product or the product you've worked on, which is the I swear by them. I tell everybody, my female, the prenatals, I swear by them. I always say my females had milk 5 days prior to even dropping their litter. No cleft palates, healthy. My female snap back like this, never went through the losing weight stage where, with the fur and everything. I didn't go through any of that. So, there's so many people out here, and I wish if we interviewed more people, they would know.
100%, and we're an economy in ourselves. Like us as just even the bully breed community, like we're our own economy. Like we, in my opinion, you can't tell me otherwise. We're the ones that made the Frenchie the biggest. What they're saying the Frenchie is the most popular breed in America. Like that's off of us. That's off of us. So I just feel like, when a breeder gets on and talks about, oh, this product's great or that product's great, why can't we own those products and keep that money within our community, just like all these other industries? You know what I'm saying? So that's kind of what I've been a big advocate for lately, is ownership. And that's what I've been working on the back end. You know what I'm saying? As far as bringing products that are the best. But obviously, like Breeders Hacks brings such a wave with it. It's got to be where it's like it's mutually beneficial between the companies.
I got to jump in real fast. Not to cut you off, Pete. You in there doing your thing, but
no, you're good.
Wait, we gotta wait till this guy get off the phone. Hey,
okay.
If you guys are in,
give me a break. I get to eat.
Okay.
Rancho Cucamonga.
Walmart. Okay.
Paul Martin.
My friend Wilson's gonna come out to get you real quick, just because we're shooting something at the same time. But I'm right here saying for you.
Check it out.
This watermelon meat.
He's coming right now. He has a hat.
Drinks fire.
With a black shirt.
The vibe. It's a situation. But Angel, my guy, how does it feel opening up the new facility out there? I got a little bit of that. I don't even know if you put that out there to the world.
Not so much.
But having the house back,
you saw. Oh my God.
And I be laughing because I be seeing in Instagram posts, and I'm like looking at the house. You know what I mean? Because I'm like, I was just there. So it's like I know. Like how much Breeders Hacks was actually taking over the household and how much you guys were doing. So now,
girl, I done helped you into a faja.
My man,
yes,
my guy, it's good to have you out here. Famous ass nigga like you, all the way out here. It's a pleasure. It's crazy, it's like, I'm so used to seeing you on the computer on the TV. Hey, it's like 3D, you popped out.
Yeah, I can finally see you.
Right? You
Right?
gotta watch the videos.
So this is 3D or this is 360?
Yeah, it's 3D, 360. How you want to name it?
It's your world. We living in it.
How you want to do it?
What you want to call it?
They gonna name it after you. Bruh, so talk to us again, man. I know we just got briefly
Wait, time
interrupted. Go ahead.
The last time you sent something to the house, I'm like, oh, what is it? He said it gotta be in the refrigerator. I said, well, hurry up, so I can eat it. He said, you can't eat it.
Oh,
He said, it's for
don't eat
dog.
that.
I'm like, dang, well, time to stop sending stuff here if I can't eat it.
Mine was the rough nose. I opened that thing, spreading it on everybody's nose.
I'm like, something to eat, gotta be in the refrigerator. Let me eat it. Hurry up, open it and let me eat it. He's like, you can't eat it.
When you listen, we gotta get you out so you can eat some of the great food that Wilson and I was like,
I
told Ann, I was like, how you not gonna bring food back to your wife? I want to do that to her.
And I
Show us the shit.
They had well, everybody here had the sweet potato pie.
Yeah.
That sweet potato pie. The sweet
Oh
potato
my Lord.
don't eat anybody's sweet potato pie but my puppy.
Nah.
I'm telling you, we're right there.
You can,
Nobody got it.
you can taste, you can
Sandra got
taste
it.
the years of suffering in
Nobody
that.
got it.
Nothing years
No,
of
you don't
suffering.
tell me, man.
I said, I ain't gonna tell my puppy. I ain't
We're not telling nobody.
No. That's not the way it works.
I had a
Hey, you gotta get married in. He's all out of
It was
sisters.
delicious, better than my poppy.
How bad you want it?
What's up?
She got that.
Yo.
Oh, that recipe? Yeah. She don't.
She don't gotta tell me the recipe. Just give me
A wifey made that?
Yeah.
Don't play
Give me
around.
the feeling. That's it. Yeah. I won't ask.
Just mail it. I don't even want. Just freezer it.
Wait a second.
No.
I'm gonna stay quiet.
What happened, man? What you talking about?
What did he say? I didn't hear.
Hey, Sandra, we're gonna have some talking to do.
What you talking about, man?
It's gonna be about more than Chocolate Monday.
Yeah, I know. I thought wifey was here.
Nah, she got me. She had to stay back at the house and take care of orders and be with little man and stuff like that. So she's getting big.
Oh, and I know that orders are keeping her busy too. You guys, your orders are going through the roof.
I'm gonna tell you like this: if y'all think that my man Angel is holding down solo dolo, Sandra is for sure the backbone of Breeders' Hacks,
Women
and
holders.
for sure like keeping everything in order.
That
When
is
she calls, I said, "Oh no, the boss is calling." Hold on,
Yeah.
I ain't scared. Angel text. Hey,
It's serious.
hit Angel back in 10 minutes. We gotta finish this edit. No, she's not. Wait, you pick it up. I ain't picking it up.
Somebody gotta pick it up.
Hey, Sandra, how you
A
doing?
potato. It's all him. He's like, I put it on my phone.
Favorite shit for him. He just be answering, then he
And then
throws it
walk
to me.
off.
And he walk.
I gotta go to the dishes. I gotta go.
And he does that to everybody because Wilson will answer him like, hey, Pete, and somewhere around here, just come through.
Yeah. And then just pull up.
Oh man.
But it's exciting to have you. Now, how do you feel? You said you're going to be a student as well on Monday with the freezing of the sperm. So,
Yeah, I
what
can't
do
wait
you
for that.
know so far about freezing? Is there anything you know that would kind of help you?
So what I know is like, I mean, you're dealing with liquid nitrogen. I mean, like that shit is serious. That shit is serious shit. Like, you know, you could. It's liquid nitrogen. Yeah, you burn the shit out of yourself. So, I mean,
And is that easy to buy?
I
Because
didn't.
we're learning how to do it, but are the materials accessible to us to do it?
I thought it was very hard to get, but when I spoke with Patty and he was talking to people out here in Cali like it was no big deal, I don't think it's as hard to get as maybe we thought it is. But that's like a lot of things with these vets. You know, they make it seem like it's impossible to do. Yeah.
Thank you. It died. Oh, it started again.
Uh-oh.
I think you got like a limit, like a
Yeah, like that's like a lot of these things with these vets. Like they make it seem like it's impossible to do until you
Even
actually
like with
learn.
the meds, when you go to a lot of these repo centers, I'm able to get vets that I never thought I was going to be able to get. And some of these things, by the way, your video with the Monostat 7 and oh my God, has it saved our lives?
Yeah, that works good, right?
With his Frenchie and my bullet.
That's dope. That's dope.
Yes. Killing the yeast, and then as far as numbing it and the apple cider, like those are things that you wouldn't even think to.
You saw that like fairly recently.
We used it.
Wow. You know what's crazy? And that's what I was telling these guys, like on YouTube. People will watch videos of something that I did 2 years ago. Like it's just like that. It's on there forever. Like,
when did we use it on Sita? I want to say like February, March, and then we used it on my female about 2 weeks ago because my female went into heat, so I couldn't put her on antibiotics or any of that.
Yeah.
So I was like, he's like, we'll do what Breeders' High did. I'm like, yeah, let me call Angel. I'm like, wait, I just watched the video.
Yeah.
So I watched it, and step by step, I did everything, and it's funny, like every single thing, and you're so thorough with the information that you give that, you know, I love. And then your wife as well, asking questions that she knows we would ask. It's just, the videos are thorough, everything's perfect, so I know that the classes are going to go through the roof. How many spots are left with the classes?
I don't think that many.
Very limited.
So you guys, if you see this, please, if you're thinking about it, don't think about it any longer. Lock in your spot. I did say that there's a deposit, so you do not have to pay in full.
Today's 7? This motherfucker going up to 7. We're gonna put some heat on it. We're going up tonight.
Okay.
We get home, it's going up.
Hey man, hey, you know how hot it's gonna get? Just the way that he couldn't even let the bread. Woo, hot, hey, touch. That's how hot it's gonna be. Hey,
And
it's at night.
like I tell you another little gem real quick. It's like it's crazy because like even just understanding the medication. Like I never knew that you could just purchase vet books. Like I never knew any of that.
Okay, so you have a very expensive vet book. I looked it up and I'm like, oh my God, no. I don't have time for that right now. Let me go to the lower version. So I also got myself a vet book, and the vet book that I got told me what it was for, what it could do, every single med, broke it down. But yours is like the Bible of vet books. And that's not true, you know. And it's amazing. Every time I see you post something up, I see you open the book and very thoroughly go through it. Now, for those that don't know, he does have a vet book, and it is very important that you guys purchase this vet book because everything that he says and does, it's backed up by actual.
Well, you know what's crazy too is a lot of these vets, they ain't gonna be crazy about it, but a lot of these vets actually don't.
You said says and does?
Huh?
You got roulette, says and does? Was it says and does? I'm gonna rewind it. Right here. Go ahead.
Nah, I was just gonna say a lot of these vets, like believe it or not, they don't know all the stuff on the top of their head. They have a book or like for example, what I have, right? I have the Plum's Veterinary Drug Handbook. It's also an app on my phone. It's also an app on the computer. So I could quickly type in yeast infection. I could type in cephalexin. Gives me the dosage and everything, adverse side effects, all that stuff. These vets won't tell you that though. You know what I'm saying?
And it even breaks it down from human dosages to dog dosages. For those that don't know, it breaks it down for you.
I guess
Cannot take it.
you gonna make me show you real quick.
Put it right there, 360.
So check this out. So like for example, Ace Promazine, right? I did a video on that. These are all drugs. These are my favorites, right? Click on the favorite. It gives you the drug, right? Check that out. It gives you the drug, gives you dosages, gives you everything.
And what is the name of this app again?
Plums is the Plums Veterinary Drug Handbook, but they have an app for it as well. So what I'm just saying is this is what the vets have that they're not telling you. You know what I'm saying? So they're gonna sit there and make it sound like, you know, and some vets are, you know, they do know a lot off the top of their head, but a lot of these newer vets, they're using stuff like that. And I'll tell you something that's really crazy, and this is what spoke volumes to me, is when I'm friends with a vet that's the head of reproduction and genetics in a highly respected university for canine reproduction. I won't say which one. I won't say her name. But she told me for standard veterinary practice, do you know how many days vets get on whelping puppies on neonatal care? If you had to guess, how many days you think?
Neonatal care?
Neonatal care. Newborn puppies.
30 days.
2 days.
2 days?
2 days.
Wow.
Everything's set up sometimes like
2 days, huh? 48 hours.
2 days to learn everything about neonatal care. Meanwhile, you got a puppy that's aspirating on his death's door, and you go into the vet thinking they're gonna know more than you.
Speaking of aspirating, I noticed that is part of the course as well. So on the second day, you're teaching people how to bring back your fading puppies.
Oh, okay.
So, that's really important because a lot of us don't know. There's been a lot of night calls that I get, midnight calls, that I'm like, what's going on with my puppy? It's not eating, it's not this, it's not that. It's very, very important for you to learn about things like cholesterol and how to bring the female's milk out. So this course is important. And then as well as there's a third day. Is that part of the course or that's extra?
The third day? The third day is extra, and I mean, like, I can't stress enough. Like, if that's something you could learn, I don't know. Like I said, I've been doing this. It's so
Now, can you purchase the third day on its own, or do you have to?
That was a great question, P. You was paying attention. My nigga.
My bad. Drinks me hands.
Sorry.
Sorry, party.
That is third of the day, third of the night. That was third one.
He's on his like third martini.
Hey, we're gonna put it in count 3.
Hey,
We gonna pop that part out. Don't
one
worry,
more
y'all.
Paul.
No, but are you able to purchase that third day alone, or is it part of the?
It's not recommended. Like you could buy that third day by itself, but it's not recommended because even though a lot of people think they know canine fertility, we've had so many people. We've had so many people come to the class, and we're so thankful we did both days because we thought we knew a lot. And I mean, I just tell people, imagine what I give away for free on YouTube. Imagine what people that are paying for are going to be getting. So I mean, we got stuff that me and Patty are talking about. We got stuff that hasn't even been released in the United States yet. So there's no way that they could possibly know some of the things that we're going to be teaching. So it's gonna be dope. It's gonna be crazy.
And then also for you guys that do follow him on Instagram, Instagram is really rough sometimes, and sometimes we don't see the things we're supposed to see. So you can always hit that alarm button on his main page and just add yourself to live. Anything that he's on, it's gonna add. Don't forget to subscribe to his YouTube channel.
Don't forget to subscribe to our
YouTube channel as well, because we're gonna be having the classes on there as well. So like he said, we partnered up. So it's very important so that you guys can get the best version of it and the quality, so you're able to see. It's important that you guys tap in. So if you're thinking about getting this class, don't think further, lock it in. I looked up the class myself, so there is a deposit. You can put a deposit and pay the rest of the day up, so don't feel like you need to pay it.
And I'm not gonna lie, there's things that we didn't even list that we cover in there. We're gonna teach you how to draw blood. We're gonna teach you progesterone testing, understanding progesterone testing, how to interpret the results. Like I said, I might sneak some TCI in there. I don't know. So there's so many things that we didn't even advertise that's gonna be in there. That I mean, just like even with New Jersey, every single person I think pretty much was just after they left that class, it was this is well worth the money, if not more.
Camera guys, learn a thing or two. I learned how to play accounting. Hey, I was certified. I was answering questions at the back.
Since our last interview, you and I together.
You want to know what my man learned?
I learned a lot. I'm certified.
Hey,
certified.
He learned how to pull an XL.
I'll be hey, whoa. I drop blood. I can do everything. Stop playing with me. He's trying to play me right now.
He's trying to play me right now.
No, it wasn't this time. I got footage. I got no footage.
I got footage.
XL pulled.
The XL, he did pull up, and I was like, no. The French was good. The XL got me scared, but
I've had so many people reach out in regards to it. I think that it's really important for you guys to take this class, because even me myself, that we do everything, Guapo and I do everything at home as far as AI, the progesterone. I'm excited to learn. You never stop learning, no matter where you are and how big you are in life. There's always new things consistently. So for us as breeders, if there's something that comes to make us easier, why not?
100%. because you gonna pay for what you don't know. I mean, one way or another. Either you can invest in your education,
Or you're gonna learn the hard way. You're gonna completely learn the hard way, and that's
Like
all
they
of
said,
us.
even if you already know this stuff, it always helps because even the people that showed up to the last class and knew a little bit or knew a lot, they came out of class knowing better. So it's well worth it. And it looks like it's going time before over there for Mr. Smith. Let's see how this goes.
Mind your business.
Mind your business.
Conversation become
Because hey, that look good too.
Don't be telling these fine people that are watching how many cuts.
No. It's gonna be on the course. I'm not gonna start counting now. I'm just counting when I count.
It's a very large circle of Bible. Like when you come in, Wilson, the curly hair guy. That's how they do it.
Dude, get it right.
Get it right.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm hiding them today, but it's hey.
Latino with the curls. Yeah.
AKA Officer Dickhead. Mind your business.
Stop playing with me. I have to fight now too.
And he's on a motorcycle now, so y'all ain't ready for
I'll
this.
catch up when I stop.
He's a biker cop
We went
now.
to Modesto and we were checking in and was a little security guard right there, right? And I was like, yeah, Officer Dickhead. And he was looking, I was like, no, I'm talking about him.
He still didn't believe you.
I'm like, no, that's what we call
You
him.
talk big smack over there, man.
We shot a wedding.
I don't know. I think you've been skipping the gym a little bit to hit them motorcycle classes. You don't look as big as you
No,
used
you're
to.
right. Mr. Angel showed up, Mr. Doublemusclelinebulls.
It ain't Angel, it's his dad. His dad making you look like his father.
Tonight, I'm going to the gym after this. Get the weight.
What's happening?
You doing what?
Go bigs.
What you doing with him?
I'm lifting him in my
I can't.
hand.
Just show me you play too much. No, I can't. Don't worry about it. I think today is chest. I'm going chest. I'm going to make my big chest.
When we go out to eat, we don't have to ask my man what he wants to eat.
No.
What is it?
No.
Goblin.
This is the Hey,
Goblin
I got
Extra
Was that what's happening?
mayo?
We went to Miami.
Hey, we was in
We
Florida.
went to Orlando.
Then the bumps start coming off. It's the goblin.
No.
Hey, it's the goblin. Oh my God. It was down to my man. Go out there.
He's Hispanic, so everything gets it
That's why I said, even if I hang out there for the hot dogs were there, I hate my hot dogs. This motherfucker had two of them though. He ain't talking about himself. I still got a little bit.
Hey, my favorite. He's talking about a gun.
Who is it? I'm like, wow.
Man.
Yeah.
Oh, that's something.
I had the hybrid for the first time.
It's a whole bunch of hot dogs.
Y'all sending it to Wilson. They said your name again.
The goblin is out here. I think it's in them straight. That's your angel. She's getting off. No. We're not done with you, brother. Bring that ass here, boy.
Yeah, what do you got over there now?
This, my time. I didn't order it. She ordered this, but he's finishing it.
Mr. Goblin, this is not a hot dog.
You saw that,
I
right?
don't need you to worry about what's going on in my cup.
I'll tell you something else too. I mean, some new stuff for Breeders Hacks is like I've been working with some of the because my name is pretty good, runs pretty well with like a lot of the older breeders. So it's like I've been able to reach out to some of them, and like they've been kind of willing to start opening up about some of the free games, some of the information. So I got some really old school breeders that are down to like start taking some of their knowledge and their
You know
information.
what would be dope is you interviewing one of them.
Yeah, I got a few
On
people.
the
in mind.
Exotic Network. Hello. Willis has it.
Like I'll give you an example. Is like East
Push your
Coast.
P as your co-host.
I got you.
Like I'll give you an example for the East Coast. Like we got like and they're forever. Like to me, they're like you guys got Georgia and stuff like that over here. To me over at the East Coast, like one of the humongous pillars is Garden State.
We had
Oh, you were just telling me about
Yeah,
that.
like they're like to me like they coined the term exotic. You know what I'm saying? Like that was their term, exotic. These dogs were exotic. So like to me, like their story hasn't been told well enough. And like June, like he'll give you all the game when you can get him on the phone.
Yeah.
If you could get him on the phone, he'll give you all the game. But that's getting him on the phone. So it's like I've been in talks with him about he's been willing to because he got a store now and stuff like that. So
We almost had him when he was out there.
Yeah, exactly.
Literally, like if we would have had a couple hours after our flight left,
Another one I'll tell you who actually helps a lot, gives a lot of information to Jamie Sweet and stuff like that is Chris Moore. A lot of people haven't heard his story and don't really know who he is as much.
Yeah.
But he's, I mean, you're talking about that book I showed you. Yeah, it's called Bulky Built. His Instagram is Bulky Built, and he's got. I mean, just like I showed you the meds on my phone, he's got it up here in his brain. You know what I'm saying? Like he knows more than
That comes from years.
he interned actually. This is how much he loves dogs. He interned at a vet. I think it's like for 10 years for free, just to learn everything he could, and he did the reproduction side for the vet.
Yeah.
So I mean, this dude, like, you're talking about people who have been in it for a long time, that are now, like I said, me coming in and seeing what they respect me so much that they're willing to jump on a platform like mine and give some information, some game.
Now,
you know?
when you first came into the game, who would you say was the person you looked up to the most?
I would say the people I looked up to was obviously my mentor.
Obviously, he never goes. Yeah, he never goes.
I say my mentor, but like he bred Razor's Edge dogs, and it was just like a very different time. You know what I'm saying? He started to see the change of the exotic, but it's completely different from when he went into what it is now.
And he's been gone how long now?
I think he's going on anywhere between probably like 6 years, something like that.
Okay. So he left when the exotic first came.
Really
started
taking off.
to,
Like there was exotics, but it was like
It wasn't. Yeah.
Let's put it this way. I think I'm trying to think what dogs were popular at the time. I can't even think over the top of my head, but it was
Is he
different.
able to see where it's evolved to now?
I'm not gonna lie. Like he's never seen an episode of Breeders' Hacks. Like he's never seen it.
God.
Like I wish. Like I just found out recently when I went to go visit him that I can send him short clips. So my goal and my mission is to start sending him some clips so he can see. Because yet again, an agreement that me and him came upon is like, hey, like he's got nothing but time. So I'm a big avid reader, but what I started doing was sending him some books. So I'm like, hey, yo, like if you could find some new things that I could test out and try, like I'll almost pay you for your time. Like so he has something constructive to do while he's in there. So that's what he does. So what I need to do is send him like episodes I've already done. He's like, Angel, when you send me those videos, I'm gonna go ahead and tell you what you haven't talked on, so you can add that to your channel. So, you know.
Do you feel like I know when I first met you, you had a notebook of everything that he left you.
Oh, yeah.
Is there anything in that notebook that you still are yet to talk about, or is there a whole chunk of that notebook that we're still missing?
I would say with Breeders' Hacks, like I've probably covered, I don't know, maybe 10% of the knowledge that I still got to put out there.
Because that notebook was pretty thick. You showed me the notebook, so it was a good chunk of it that, like...
Yeah, I feel like with Breeders' Hacks, it was like exactly what happened with me and him. It's like every time I saw him, it was something new that I learned. Like I'm sure when you guys were with George, it's like there's always something new you guys can learn when it comes to these dogs.
Well, we get a fraction of their life, you know? And
exactly.
sometimes with them being away, they think of something new and there's a whole new subject for him to talk to you about.
And the other thing too is like with this dog breeding game, like any other industry, what I've learned is it always changes every 5 to 10 years.
Mm-hmm.
So they make new advances. Like prime example is like they just had this whole debate about what should be the minimum of a dog's sperm count. It's just stuff like that like I said, like if you don't stay current with what's going on, you're gonna be kind of outdated. You're gonna be a dinosaur, you know. So I read 3 books a day. You know, I don't read them completely, but I read.
know what you're saying. You're reading
I read from 3 different books every single day. One about like business and psychology and mental health as well.
Top 3 books.
My top. Man. Okay, you know what? It's not too hard. It's not too hard. All right. So, yo, if you can get your hands.
Now, Mark's on your highness, You're lucky we have him here. He got the perfect medicine for it.
I give you some ace. Later.
Anywhere around the just the top 3 books.
Top 3
That's
books.
definitely a supportive wife.
Yeah.
He's the best. Top 3 books that are making you the person that you are.
All right, the top 3 books I would say is The Instant Millionaire. That's like, that forever changed my life because it made me realize that you don't become a millionaire when you have a million. You become a millionaire when you start thinking like one. So literally, once I made that mental change in my mind, I was already there. You know what I'm saying? The next book, I would say, if you can get your hands on it, there was only 365 copies of this made.
You got one? Can I borrow it? I can read it. I'm just saying. My bad.
It's called the Pitbull Bible.
The Pitbull Bible?
It's called the Pitbull Bible. So in the 90s, there was a breeder just like myself. His name was California Jack, and what he would do is he was educating the breeders, the game breeders, the pitbull breeders. He was doing what I was doing, but on forums and like the old way of doing it. So he came out with a book, and he gives you all the book on raising game dogs, and the information is still super relevant to today. He even just gives you the philosophy of things you got to worry about with, you know, ASPCA and how we are viewed as breeders, and just the psychology and the philosophy of being a real breeder. You know, that's like, I have that book. Like, I was fortunate enough that someone let me borrow that book, and I had Sandra, I can't even say Sandra scanned every single page and made me a book of it. Had it Staples make a book for me of it. So that book is one of my prized possessions because it gives you, like I said, the mentality of a breeder. Exactly, because it's a psychology. Like I said, you got so many things against you.
You have to understand the past to understand the present.
Yep. So you're talking about, you got vets kind of against, like he talks about what vets you need to look for. Inner cities vets are not the vets to go to. You know what I'm saying? They have way higher overheads and things like that. You need to go to the country vets is the ones that's going to hook you up. Talks about all those things that as a breeder you would never think about. So that if you can get your hands on that book, listen, that book to me, if you could get your hands on, I would say that book, like, price value on that, I would easily pay $500 to $1,000 for that book. That's how much it's worth.
$25. I need it.
And we got a 3rd book. What's the 3rd book?
3rd book?
Hey, Pop's got a real question.
I kind of want a little curve into it.
Okay.
Oh, let's do this curve.
I hear the positive side to the breeding. I hear that.
Yeah.
But what I didn't hear is, how do we eliminate, or should I say, you guys eliminate these breeders that really shouldn't be breeding? Because people want to hear that, because that's going to change it. That's a game changer. Because you get a bad name by just these couple of breeders that they're few, but still.
Well, I'll say this, right?
Like
It's not that hard.
Pop said he was all you pussy that don't need to be breeding. If you didn't understand the lingo. Let's fix it.
Oh, you going there? That ain't just dogs too. That's some people too.
It's versatile, y'all. How do we get rid of the, like he said, the bad breeders? I think, to be honest with you, I think a lot of them are falling off after the pandemic. A lot of them have fallen off. As a breeder, I can say that.
Right.
A lot of them have been falling off because a lot of them, what was the saying? Fake it till you make it.
Yeah.
Well, you can only fake it for so long
Right, exactly.
before you come across real people that are like, well, what are you breeding? What are you producing? Do you really know how to administer? So I feel like they're all falling off now.
Well, I'm gonna tell you, this is my experience. I bought a very expensive dog. It was a Cocker Spaniel. You remember when he was a kid? Bought a Cocker Spaniel from a pet store that they must have got
Cocker
puppy
Spaniel
mill.
back then was like a Frenchie now.
Puppy mill, and got home. Something about this dog I didn't feel was right. And I said it. I had told his mom, let's get rid of this dog. And sure enough, the dog bit my daughter. The dog was crazy. It was just something about that. Reading how they bred the dog. The dog was seriously crazy.
Hey, I had a baby mama like that.
Hey, like that.
Hey, I tried to send her back too. We gotta get rid of this bitch. We gotta get rid of her. Hey, I knew the bitch was crazy. The bitch had to go.
I know what you're saying about that. That's a whole nother story.
Oh,
We don't have enough time. We don't have enough time tonight to go into that.
That's how the episode of Men Don't Talk.
Hey, episode of
I agree with you because a lot of times that people breed, we're looking to the outside features and the DNAs that we're not even looking at the temperament. And the temperament, it plays a big factor on what you're breeding. So back in the day with the game dogs, you wanted to breed to the craziest bitch.
Right, yeah.
But nowadays we don't want that.
Exactly. Because I tell you, his dogs are awesome. They are really, really awesome dogs. You know what I mean? The temperament already is perfect. You know what I mean? All of them. They're just ready to go. You know? But how do you stop that? I'm sorry. How do you stop that? How do you, like, again, shouldn't be you guys start a standard. Start a standard.
I would say,
it's a standard
honestly,
to look for. So when people going to purchase a dog, they know what to look
checklist.
for. Yeah, some kind of checklist or something.
Honestly, I would say to stop the bad breeders to a degree is what I'm already doing. Just I don't think you can stop them, but you can educate them to make them better breeders. You know what I'm saying? And if they choose not to follow it, then that's on them. But it's literally right there, ready to be spoon fed to them. You know what I'm saying? You don't get no easier. I mean, literally, you could take someone, watch all my episodes of Breeders Hacks, and by the time they done watching it, they teaching their vet certain things. You know what I'm saying? So
it's a lot of these breeders that are out here that are like ladies sitting on Instagram, and all they seeing is highlights of what's going on in the breeder's world, right? Just like when you see them little Instagram models and they getting BBLs and shit, and you see the BBL and the BBL look good, you know what I mean? They ain't talking about the bitches that died trying to get some ass. Are you willing to die for that ass? That's what you got. No, I'm just saying. That's what
Are you?
I'm not willing to. No. No. My bitch eat cornbread and greens. Hey, be good.
Ain't be good when it's natural, huh?
Yeah, you gotta eat. You gotta feed them right.
All I can tell you, you got your hands full.
Who you telling? That's her by choice.
Oh, my bad.
I'm here by choice. She's stuck. No, but it's true. A lot of these breeders have, and then a lot of the times that some of these bad breeders don't even know they're bad breeders. They're blinded.
Some of them want to be actually good breeders, but then other breeders, like we talked about, they're like, unless you spend money with me, I ain't gonna help you out. Right. And to me, the way I look at it is if I truly care about animals, and it don't cost me nothing to tell you, yo, get some Monostat 700, some hydrocoders on 50 dogs ears. Like, to me, it's like, why wouldn't you?
With the knowledge that you have right now in the game that you're in, is there anything that you feel like you can't fix with the puppy?
With a puppy?
With a dog. When you see something that comes along, right? A dog has blank going on. Do you feel like you always have the answer? Like, you remember when they showed you, like I was doing math in high school, right? And shit started turning to X's and O's, right? Shit was numbers. It started turning to X. Can you fix the X and O's?
Like the
it turned into algebra. Is that what's called algebra?
I feel like
algebra. Like, bro, you got some brothers? Bro,
Did he say the one with the Bible? The one with the Bible?
Yeah.
You missed the Bible one.
Did you miss that?
I didn't miss it. I wouldn't ask that question if you.
No, but I get what he's saying. I mean, I would say, I guess like anything, right? You revert back to your instincts. Like when you're dealing, like for example, I had a dog that was dying right in front of me, so I revert to like my instincts, like second nature. Yeah, because a lot of things.
Especially if you're a parent.
Yeah, like a lot of things, like I've experienced, especially when I first started, I had the worst things happen to me. So the second I see something that, like, especially when you've been breeding as long as I have, you've pretty much seen a lot of the same stuff. So it's like when something pops up, it's like, okay, all right, bam, let me just hit it with this. But there is stuff. I've had instances where I walked into the dog's room, I just had dogs dead. Like I just walk in, the dog is dead. You know what I'm saying? It don't happen all the time. I mean,
I have as well. It just happens as a breeder. I've walked into where
things do happen.
I found out my dog died from an anxiety attack. Got his foot stuck in the kennel and gave himself a heart attack. And these things just happen, and it's a lot of us don't speak about it, but these are things that do need to be spoken of because people are going through it daily and they don't realize how to. Or even when you have like a dog that's dying from a panic attack or things like that with the fireworks. You need to know how.
You saw that? The Ace promo?
Yes.
Oh, that shit was good. That shit was good.
I saw that.
Yo, I used that not too long ago. I had a dog. You saw the video? The white dog? Yo, she was. Yo, I love that shit. Because I had a dog. I bought a new dog. Yo, I had bought a brand new dog. And yo, we had him in the car. and I thought he was gonna die. Like I talked to Garden State June, and I'm like, yo, why did you buy this dog? He's fire. And he's like, yo, I thought the dog was gonna die. Like when I transported him. So hit him with some Ace. Dog was out. You know what I'm saying? But like I'll say this, like
$5,000 dog to a $40,000 dog with a little bit of Ace.
But I'll say this, like when you dealing with like that's why I'm so thankful, like for all the L's that I took, especially early on, because like you don't learn by winning, you learn by your losses, you know. So it's like I'm actually thankful because it allowed me to take those losses and then teach other people so they don't have to make those losses, you know. But I still like there's still instances where like I'll have something happen and then later be like, oh damn, I didn't know I could use that. Like I'm still learning. I'm forever a student.
Everyone
you know?
is always a student.
Yeah, I'm forever a student. So, yeah.
I'm a newbie, right? Too, like,
Wait. Take the phone. We need a mic up. Go ahead. Go ahead. Talk into the mic.
Surprisingly, this is the most type of content people like to see is like the newer questions versus like the more seasoned
so
stuff.
I'm a newbie to the world, right? And how as a consumer, how can we verify that a lot of, I always see like accreditations, this and this is an accredited or a breeder has so many certificates or accreditations. But I don't know how many of them are like legit. Because when you go to these websites, sometimes you don't really get much information or they don't even show up.
Right.
So how do you like
A lot of breeders don't have websites to begin with, to be honest. Like that's just a lot of breeders don't.
And then as a breeder, are you guys seeking certain like certifications or accreditations from some kind of governing body, or is it just
No,
like,
there is no governing body. That's what makes it like the Wild West.
The Wild Wild West.
When it comes to these dogs.
The Wild Wild West. Which
What
one
I
we gonna play? The
say
old
is,
school
like,
or the Will Smith?
As a consumer, that's why you have to like. The best thing you can do is just look at testimonials. See what other people's experience was with that breeder. Hey, when your dog was sick, did the breeder help you out, or at least give you some type of insight, something like that? Other than
it doesn't take much to do the homework on certain breeders, right?
Yeah.
Anybody that has a bad rep, there's going to be a rap sheet that runs alongside of it, right? And no matter if it's in the comments, with them being able to delete comments and only leave the good ones, you're going to be able to see the gap in between. So it's like almost like reading in between the lines, right? So check the sources that you're getting the information from, and especially before you spend a big bag, do your homework, right? I'm not gonna spend $20K and I don't feel like I'm fully invested in Pusha P's program, in Guapo's program. Once I speak to him, once I pull up on him, once I have a relationship with this man, is letting me know that I'm ready to make this transaction. This investment. It's more than a transaction. A transaction.
Good at talking and then you don't.
No, but good at talking only
That's
goes
why we
so
say
far.
fake it till you make it can only go get you
It
so
only goes so far. You're gonna see it in his repeat clients. Anytime you see somebody who's repeatedly talking good business about the same person,
Like I have people wanting to drop deposits on my puppies right now, and I haven't even confirmed that they're pregnant. They just saw the breeding and know that I've done good business. I drive personally to every client. I live here in California. I have driven as far as South Carolina to personally deliver a puppy, just because if you're spending $3,500 to $10,000 to $15,000 with me, you're gonna shake my hand. You're gonna hand. I'm not sending my puppy with some random person where it could die on the way. I'm gonna. Those are things that are very important as a breeder for myself to establish, because I want to meet you. Forget learning where I'm coming from and I want to know where the puppy I'm putting is being placed.
He's three. He don't know better.
Whatever you leave, I'll take that. I think that there's governing bodies and things.
Yeah, the consumer is hard. For the consumer that doesn't like for a pet, it's very hard.
And we can understand that, because how many rappers and actors have posted dogs where we're like, oh my God, who sold you that Frenchie?
Yeah.
And so we get it. We completely.
I got some news that's pretty scary for the dog breeding game that you guys probably haven't even heard about.
Sorry. Let me in.
Yes, that's me. Thank you.
So the green beans as well? You have to like green beans?
I don't think I did.
You have the porridge, right? Somebody asked for green beans, right?
Yo, I'll tell you, Ant, real quick, there's some scary news in the dog game that people don't even realize. It's something we have to be mindful of, and that's why sometimes I think about like getting into the lobbying of the dog thing. Is over in the UK, they actually just deemed it illegal to do AIs.
Really?
So you as a regular breeder can't do an AI.
Wow.
So it scares me because of the fact that just like what happened in, I think it was in Texas, right? 5 repro places got shut down or something like that.
Yeah.
What concerns me is the fact that if these vets, because that's what it is, it's lobbying, right? So these vets lobby, or they have people who lobby for them with in the government to pass laws so that we can't do a lot of these things ourselves. So that's why, like, something that I have been contemplating about getting more involved in is the lobbying and legislative side of dog breeding. We don't have a lot of people, like I know the lady Jamie Sweet does it, but we really don't have a lot of people who are lobbying for dog breeding. And if they pass laws like that, that could really kind of hurt the game,
everything up.
you know?
Yeah.
I think it's important for us to even know why they're shutting that stuff down, because I was speaking to somebody that lives in the UK. Their food is even healthier than ours. So it's very important for us to listen to other countries and what they got going on, because we can definitely incorporate that into our own programs. Because at the end of the day,
There's no money in that though.
there's no money in it. But personally in our own camp, if you can do something to elevate your own camp that separates yourself from everybody else's, it is very important.
Like, it's crazy. Like when you think about it, like certain medicines you should be able to have for your dogs easily, right? Like, and this is how crazy it is. Where, okay, I'll give you an example. Like cephalexin. You know, for your dog, you need a prescription to get that shit's good. I'm about to get one of those. And mac and cheese. I'm eyeballing that shit.
I don't even do
you see
I
that?
want to try
Look
it.
at that mac and cheese.
I don't even
Hey, mac and cheese?
right here.
Yo, I'm about to. Yo, you want to split one?
Yeah, you see the way that cheese hanging?
But
That's California cheese.
like I was saying,
Might not have that up in New York.
but this is how devious it is with these vets, right? They have laws passed that you can't buy cephalexin for your dogs, but it's okay for you to buy cephalexin for fish. You could buy it for fish right over the counter, no problem. It's usually the same exact cephalexin that you would give to your dogs.
Yeah.
Just like for cattle, you can buy penicillin for cows and stuff like that. But you can't buy penicillin for your dog because they know that you're not gonna bring a 1-ton cow to the vet's office, but they know you're gonna bring your dog to the vet's office. So that's how kind of messed up
It's all money
the
oriented.
politics is with the dog. So it's like there's nobody really doing that in this space. So like sometimes I feel like, damn, like is this something I need to kind of start doing? You know, I don't know.
Definitely been mine.
Because that'll shut the whole game, like repro and all that stuff. Like once they start passing laws like that, like that could kind of ruin everybody's stuff. I mean, I'm sure everybody knows of someone who got a PG machine in they city and stuff like that. You know?
I got a PG myself.
Yeah. Imagine they deem that illegal or something. You know?
You know that, Hank, right? The vets were gods. You know what I'm
I
saying?
feel like the number one thing
the government never loses, so it's
that I would hear from the course that would come from some of these top breeders' mouth that you cleared up for me was the understanding of what PG machine the vet is using that you're going to. Because 90% of the people that are out here aren't going to, they're not doing it themselves, right?
Yeah.
Somebody up is coming. They might pull the blood.
Okay.
But when the blood is ran, they don't understand how, why, the machine that it was run through, right? And why the numbers may be different on this machine to this machine to this machine. Right?
And what numbers are gonna hit for every different machine as well.
Everybody, it's like that was one of the biggest things for me that I felt like was a myth when it came to some of the things that I hear some of these top breeders talking about, right? And why they don't want to do it themselves. And when you cleared it up for me, I was like,
And some breeders don't even go off PG. Some breeders are still going off of dates.
Yeah, I mean, here's the other thing too. Like, if you got something that works for you, I can't blame somebody for not wanting to change up if it's been working for them. So I don't knock them, But at the same time, I'm the type of
don't broke it if it's fixed. That's what they go by.
like, but at the same time, I'm just like, hey, you know, you could try something else, and it may work better for you. You got to be open to trying different things, you know.
Yeah.
That's like saying your car, don't broke it if it's fixed. Well, I love Camrys, but guess what? Now I love Impalas. Now I love Chevy more than I love. It's just, it depends on what.
And especially the big breeders, like once they have their own progesterone machine, you will never want to go back to going to the vet. Like once you start hitting and you got your rhythm with your own progesterone machine, man, you're not gonna want. You got your own machine, right?
Yeah, I got a Wamfo.
The Wamfo's good. I love
the Wamfo.
I love Wamfo.
And what's funny is I went to a vet not that long ago, didn't we? And the vet told us Wamfo's the worst machine. Oh, you have that? That's trash.
They want your money. That's
I said, oh, really? That's funny because I've hit every time off
yeah,
my
yeah,
Wamfo.
Yeah, you know what it is? I have so many customers because I sell the Wamfo machines. I'm probably like the top 3. I'm probably number 3 as far as people who sell the Wamfo machine, the progesterone machine. I'm number 3. And I've gotten so many people that told me. I had so many people that their vet has told them your machine, because a lot of vets don't realize there's different machines other than IDEX. All they know is IDEX.
Yeah.
So the minute you tell them, oh, I did a test on a Wamfo machine and got this number, some don't even know what a Wamfo machine is. Yeah. So they're like, oh, you did it at a home machine? Nah, that can't be accurate. Yeah. So, you know, these vets, they just like, they don't want you to be able to be liberated and do your own in-house testing. And that's another thing, actually, since you got the Wamfo, I'll tell you, the nice thing about the space that I'm in, where I sell the products, and I have such a following, is now I get to know about a lot of the new stuff that's coming out. So prime example is your Wamfo machine does a lot more than just progesterone. You can start testing, they have T4. T4 is thyroid. If you got a female that doesn't take, you can test if she got thyroid. If she got thyroid problems, she'll never give you a litter. You give her that medicine, she's gonna give you big litters. And your machine will test for that. You can test for thyroid.
I didn't even know
that.
What I'm
saying? Yeah, exactly. You know what I'm saying? Like,
why Wamfo? And what's your number 1, 2, and 3 of the progesterone machine?
1, 2, and 3. I mean,
or 1 and 2.
I love Wamfo. Like, to me, it's a great machine that any breeder could get. And you may want to try the whole blood. I love the whole blood test.
Whole blood.
What happened?
The whole boy?
Yeah, the
whole boy. H-O?
No.
Boy.
No.
No?
Not your homeboy.
No. Not your homeboy.
Not homeboy?
No.
It's whole boy.
No. Definitely not that one.
He both of them. Both of them. Huh? It's a homeboy and a whole boy.
Hey. That's getting cut out.
Oh, so you editing?
You make a little side note.
No.
I ain't gonna hold you. He good at editing. We gonna have Guapo edit that out.
Thank you.
This is just more work for them.
Because this nigga fired. Guapo came over, put him to the left. Night, nigga.
Thank you.
What was that? Thank you.
Night, nigga.
Appreciate you, Guapo.
You look a little sleepy. Express.
He said, oh, let's a third person bet. Edit that shit out, Guapo.
Talk to us about the whole boy.
No. I was just saying, like, yeah, like the Wamfo machine's up there, and then you can get like more expensive machines, like, you know, IDEX and Toso and stuff like that. But
what's the best bang for the buck?
The Wamfo machine,
Wamfo,
because what it does is it does what a $17,000 to $30,000 machine does, where you can test whole blood. You know what I'm saying? So it's
I love the Wamfo. I'm yet to want to switch out of it.
So I'll give you another example, right?
So
another test.
When breeders say,
I can't wait till I get mine.
You don't want to go to this breeder.
I'm about to steal that.
You don't want to You don't want to go to this spot. You don't want to go to this spot. Their numbers are off.
What's good?
You don't want to go to this spot. You don't want to go to this spot because their numbers are off. PG machine.
I mean,
I went here. My numbers were this. I went here. My numbers were this. I went
Sometimes
here.
it's
My
not
numbers are
even
this.
the machine that's off, it's the person pulling the blood.
I tell people, I'm like, listen, like if you're gonna go do a test with me, don't compare my numbers to somebody else's because they have a different machine. You're gonna get a completely different number. Like you can't compare the two. It's two completely different charts.
Go to one person when you're getting those numbers.
Go to one person.
Now, is there a reason why? Is there a reason why?
Because, like I said, you'll get different numbers, so you'll be confused as to what a 3 on my machine is versus
Maybe a 10 on their
1.
machine.
Exactly.
Why
you
is
know
that?
what I'm saying? Because they run off of different units of measurement. So like Fahrenheit and Celsius, right? You can have 38 degrees Celsius and 98 degrees Fahrenheit. It's the same temperature, but it's 2 different numbers. You know what I'm saying? So if you aren't aware of that, I could tell you, yo, it's 38 degrees Celsius outside. And someone else tells you, yo, no, nah, it's 98 degrees outside. You're gonna be like, who the hell is right?
Yeah.
We both right. It's just 2 different numbers.
Yeah.
It's 2 different units of measurement. That's the best way I explain it, you know?
I got it.
Not really.
You gonna play me around that fast? You didn't even look that way. I had
don't
2
get him
pieces
to
of
start
steak and
saying
you had
that.
no idea.
Y'all are lucky we ain't watch your
Man, I
cookie
knew that.
Huh?
I thought there was less people.
You know, somebody was less pieces. Did you see the I'm
standing.
gonna rewind it. I'm gonna let
Try
you see
it.
it.
I dare you.
You let me try it? No, you didn't know what you're missing, ho. It's a
I dare
difference.
you, huh?
Wait till Friday, man. Wait till Friday.
That was Jordan's idea.
Fuck you up. Put it in some fries. Some fries. Fuck them fries. Them is her fries.
But
Babe, he took some fries.
I got a question. Is there any question that you guys would ever want to ask me about dogs that you don't already have the answer for? Or it's too on the spot, you can't think of nothing right
Come
now.
again?
Is there anything dog breeding question that you would have for me that you don't have the answer for yourself already?
Dog breeding wise that I don't have the answer for?
Oh yes, that's me. Thank you. Thank you. You don't realize it until something pop up and you'll be, oh shit, ask me.
Oh, I hate that. Like, I should ask the question. Hey, but look, I love that I have the access to you because I'll for sure be in your DMs like, hey, Angel, it's me again. I have a dog. You know what? I do have a question for you. Recently, I dealt with it, and I had reached out to you.
Okay.
I thought my dog had a prolapse, a urethral prolapse.
Oh,
And I
male.
remember, yes, and I remember you telling me, I think you're giving him too much penicillin P. But I had spoken to Mike from Canine,
Okay.
and he told me, P, are you sure you had a urethral prolapse, or was it a UTI? Because they both look hand in hand.
That's a
He said that a
possibility.
lot of vets don't tell you that it's just a UTI. They don't want you to breed till they tell you
That's a
it's a
possibility.
urethral prolapse.
Yeah.
How do you feel about those?
Like,
How can you distinguish
Hello.
which is which?
Get him, P.
I
My
mean,
dog. You didn't see what was coming. I only got one bark, nigga. I'm an old motherfucker.
He sounds like a hound.
he's trying to warn you, but he can't do it no more.
Are they coming?
I don't know whether you sad or somebody is coming.
Is he happy? Is he mad? Which one is it? Oh, he did.
He did.
Oh, damn.
So have you dealt with that? Do you know at your level how to distinguish the difference between a urethral prolapse and a UTI?
Usually with the prolapse, like you can usually see at the tip, you know, like something funky
the
going
tip.
on. But
Tip of what?
But
I'm just asking. My bad. Go ahead.
Y'all know what that means?
yeah, usually you could see, but I mean, as like standard practice, like you could always like, regardless, whenever you see blood being discharged, like as a precautionary measure, you could always just hit them with anytime I see blood, to be honest, I hit them with antibiotics just in case anyway, as a preventative. So like if you hold the dog, hit him with Baytril for a week or whatever the case may be, and it's gone, then you knew it was a bacteria. If it's still there, then you would know that it's more than likely like a prolapse. But like I said, you should be able to see it though. So,
Regarding like the ball on the tip is what you would see.
yeah. You know, I started a segment. I gotta start doing more of it. It's called Dog Breeding Horror Stories. And it's so crazy how people are actually interested in that.
Hell
like,
yeah, they
talk
are.
about like
Because a lot
crazy
of us
stuff.
have horror
Hey, it's a whole lot of money if I miss a horror.
Yeah.
What you talking about? I save a whole lot of money without a nightmare.
Wait, explain what you said on the first one. Say that one again.
Nigga, I want to wake up sweet dreams, millionaires. Them the kind of dreams I want to wake up from.
I can see it.
Did you see it?
Well, that's my
Smell it? You smelled it.
What have
You got a
you
pit bull nose.
dealt with the worst
Bullies don't breed
that
that
you
way. You got a
didn't
pit
know
bull nose.
you were capable of fixing?
that I was capable of fixing?
Yeah, no, he
Yeah,
was
like,
a
did
bully.
you ever come across something where
Yeah,
you're
you
like,
had a
oh
pit
my
bull.
God, I don't know what to do?
No problem.
Like a bully as a human.
Oh, that I didn't know what to do.
Yeah, where you didn't know what to
We
do.
was trying to put our shirts on.
Because you know a whole lot.
I mean, when I first started, I didn't know how to do a lot of stuff, you know? I mean, when I did my first AI, I was like, what the heck what is going on here? You know what I'm saying? Like, my mentor was like, yo, stick your finger in there.
Stick your finger in your butt.
He's like, what are you doing? Like, even drawing blood, I was so nervous. Yeah, like, I have...
No.
Like, I didn't always know all this stuff. Like, I learned just like everybody else. I remember first time drawing blood, I'm like, I was nervous I was going to hurt the dog and all kinds of crazy
They don't
stuff.
even feel it.
This is why it's a good thing that I'm here. Because you know why? When it's in a situation like that happens, Sandra kicks right in.
Sandra?
Kicks right in. Calm, just get done with that.
Women were nurturing.
Oh, yeah, he's talking about like emergencies. Like, I've had situations where...
Hey, I ain't gonna lie, Sandra is cold as a mother.
Yo, I had a dog. I'll tell you a story. I went to go buy this dog, right? I went to go buy this dog. Nice dog, fire. We pull up, and this is gonna be on an episode of Dog Dream Horror Stories. The dog out of nowhere, he looked a little underweight. Yo, drops, literally just drops right in front of us. I'm like, holy shit! Like, I drove all the way. I drove like 5 hours to come pick this dog up. And he dying right in front of me. I'm like, yo, this is great. Me and the owner right there looking like, and I'm the type of person sometimes, as knowledgeable as I seem, sometimes in the heat of the moment, I'm a very thought out person. So I'm like I'm still processing what's happening. My wife, yo, she rolled up her sleeve and she cleared that dog mouth to mouth. Like, it was nothing, bro.
Hey, Sandra
you know
pulls up and was like,
that's how Sandra is a thug. Like, yo, like, do not let my wife follow you. Like, fool you. My wife, like, she will spring into action. Like, I had dogs. I had this one dog, right? I think she had some kind of heart condition or something. Yo, she dropped dead in front of me. I'm still looking like, this is one of my best dogs, and I'm like,
baddest bitch.
what the hell just happened just now? Like, and she sprung into action. Same thing, get the dog mouth to mouth. You know what I'm saying? And save the dog.
I seen a pimp. He was in San Francisco. He did some shit like that. There was a nigga like me who was still in his bottom bed. He didn't know what to do. There was no words coming out. He was caught up. When the other bitch said, hey, get your ass over here. Save the bitch. If it wasn't for that, she'd have been gone. It was over. No money. I just had a I'm just saying.
He had a flashback.
Yeah.
Back when he was a fan before.
Long time ago.
All right, good luck.
Long time ago.
Sandra, you reminded him of his past.
But yo, like the women in this game, like, as far as having that partner that's with you on it, like, I couldn't, like I said, like, Sandra, like, she has, like, through ups and downs, like, literally, like, she was pregnant with our son, and she, like, the day she went to go get induced to have our son, we went to the hospital first to get some stitches removed from a dog. Like, she understands, like, she is the definition of, like,
I was talking to a whole maternity shoot the day she said, something ain't feeling right. Dress on. We're going down here with these bushes to get these pictures. No, something ain't right. No, put the dress on and let's get in these pictures. We didn't get no pictures. No pictures? No. Got a baby. Yeah. The nurse went in like this.
She a thug for our wedding. Yo, for our wedding, we were at this castle, right? Yo, she I don't know how she made it happen because it was no dogs thing. Yo, she somehow spoke to them and got the dogs there. And for the photo shoot, we had my dogs for my wedding.
That's crazy.
Like, she, like I said, like, somebody like her.
What is Sandra's background?
21 years.
She's
Nothing to do with dogs.
Stop playing with her. If you see her, you're like, oh yeah, you don't fuck that.
Oh, I've seen her. I've seen her on the video. She's
has
always.
no-
I love
Sandra
how.
is it.
And I love how she reminds him. I was watching a recent video of him where she was like, "You forgot to tell them this," or if I didn't know what I was doing, what would this be? And he's always like, "Oh, good question." So she's always on top of it. And it's like women, we keep track of.
I hate to cut y'all short. We gotta end it.
They enjoy making people
Paul Martin.
Hey,
This is where the real us comes out here. Now I can be the real me.
Mac and cheese.
hey, you better mess it up. Pop you better see it.
So walk on the building.
Don't give them that kind of
We got
It's
Pops in the
beautiful.
building.
Yeah. Let them know about the course.
Pops in the building.
Yep, you gotta say what's up.
Sandra's beautiful cousin.
What's going on? Talk to me.
2 minutes. Come on, let's go.
Close out. You got to wrap it up.
Whoa,
Two
okay.
minutes.
Listen,
Men don't talk.
He said that ain't enough.
I want to tell you guys, I've had an awesome trip here. California's awesome. You guys are all awesome. You know, you ever in New York? You guys know. Men don't talk. Households welcome all the time.
I appreciate it.
You know, I really, really look forward to seeing you guys again. Matter of fact, I wasn't going to come back in August. I think I'm coming back in August again. So, but you got to come
Men
on
don't talk. Close your mouth.
Listen, I got to get you guys on a one-on-one on the show, though, because I want to see what's important to you here. You know what I'm saying?
All right, 60 seconds.
Outside of the doors.
Outside of the door. So,
Well, I want to hear about the dirty women.
So you know what I'm saying?
Do not miss the class.
This is the first of its kind. You got educators from over the world, dog breeds from over the world. Take advantage of the opportunity while still there. That's all I
Best
can
cameraman in the world as well.
Hell yeah.
Yes,
Yo,
best cameraman
how
in
can
the
I forget?
world. I couldn't ask for any better producer.
Yup.
Videographers, friends, you know, so
The ones that ain't editors.
Y'all make sure y'all tap in, like we said. Guapo. People's Media. Wilson Photography. Reader's Digest.
Whoa, what?
Who the fuck is that? The Exotic Network in the building. With Breeders' Hat. Y'all tap in.
Yeah. Hey, it was fun. I hope y'all enjoyed. Hope y'all got what y'all need. Hope to see y'all in course. Man,
Most definitely.
And peace out, motherfuckers.
I see the one curly.
You hear?